Hello, this is Edwin from Edwin, and I'm here with a new kind of video. This time I'll be talking about the accessories I use for my TCGs or card games in general. Pretty much it's all Vanguard right now, but I used to play a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! And yeah, the sleeves are pretty much the same anyway, so yeah, they're small sized. Also, I'm going to well, I know what Sunny uses for most of his cards, so I can talk about that as well, but maybe he can give a better explanation later. But first of all, I'll start out with the playmats. As you guys can see, I'm using a custom playmat. If you guys saw my older videos, I used to use my Miku playmat, which I will show. There. If you guys can see, it shows a little bit of wear, like on the bottom and stuff. But it's still like a decent quality. You can get these mats pretty much for like $20 to $30 online on eBay. If you guys want, you can also print a custom one on Eroldi.com. My friend has one, and it's pretty much the same quality as my Kurokuhime mat. Yeah, the reason I buy custom mats is because I mostly don't like playing on the Vanguard ones because they're simply too small. But sure, should have made them a bit bigger. Yeah, because right now I can show it. I never really unpack the Vanguard mats I have because I want to keep them in mint condition. I never really use them either. Yeah, as you guys can see, the mat's pretty much smaller. Let me put up the camera a bit. Yeah, as you guys can see, the mat is a bit smaller than my custom mat. Also, let me get about the deck real quick. I grabbed my Kmc deck, and yeah, pretty much let's just put on some random stuff that is on Vanguard. I'm just randomly putting units everywhere, so don't mind the placement. Yeah, it's too small because right now I'm using single sleeve, well, double sleeving with inner sleeves, but if I compare it with something that I've double sleeved, you guys will see that I don't have enough. It'll take up more space. Pretty much the field is okay, but the problem really lies with the fact that you have put everything else there as well. So let's say I put my deck here. It takes quite a bit of space, and sometimes when you really want to play quickly, it's a bit too small, in my opinion. You can easily fit them all on the field though, but I really don't like playing on a small playmat. But that's just my personal opinion. Also, I don't really like playing or at least seeing all the Vanguard designs over and over again. I'd rather see a different anime character. So that's me. So let me at least fix this a bit up. Yeah, I haven't touched my Yugioh in ages, man. Damn, should play that deck again. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty much for the playmats. Yeah. For binders, if you can get one, I recommend getting a Ultra Pro Monster binder. Those are the big ones with the thing at the side. But because I usually go to school before I go to local, so I usually or meets to uni, and those binders pretty bigger than this one. I got this one for free for like when I ordered like a lot of cards. This is also okay to use, but the monster binder also keeps your card a better safe because they put like a bit of pressure on the back, so those cards are better. Those binders are better. I simply use the Yu-Gi-Oh binder. These are pretty much old cards anyway, but need to refix my binder. But these are pretty small, so it fits easily in my small bag. I don't want to bring a whole big bag just because I'm going to local, so that's why I use the small binders. And last but not least, before I go to the sleeves and deck boxes, I use double dice. The reason I use double dice is because like the fact I use my own dices means that I know that these are not have weights in them, so you can cheat with them. Also, I use the double of them, so I let my opponent throw both of them. And if he suspects me of somebody cheating, yeah, he can just weigh them both and feel a difference to it. Also, if he throws them both at the same time, chances of you, like for example, I throw 6, then the chances of me throwing, the chance of him throwing a number that is 6 is pretty much 1 to 6. But if somebody throws a 1, there's odds are pretty high of winning. So that's why I use double dices, because then it will be totally random. Well, that's next to the... Well, that's pretty much for that. Yeah, let's go up to the sleeves. I'll start off first with the sleeves I use for the collections. Or for these my side cards, I use the Kmc Mini Sleeves. I use these ones for my extra cards that I either switch out or just put in my binder. They easily fit around the cards. Yeah, they give a bit of space as well, so it gives a bit with it, so it doesn't really tight. So it feels really like sometimes if the sleeves are too tight, it's really annoying to get them out, but with these it's easy, and they don't really fall out or anything. So it's good. These are different. The Ultra Pro I got from my friends, so don't look at those. But they're pretty nice, and yeah, they pretty much keep your cards in check, so really recommend these sleeves. They also have better durability than most of the sleeves I used before, so yeah, I recommend getting these sleeves if you want to protect your collections or side cards. Like here I have like Descendants and Gauntlet Busters if I want to switch it out. So yeah, that's really nice sleeves. Also, I use Ultra Pro for sneak previews. I don't have the whole thing anymore. I basically threw it away. I'll talk about why Ultra Pro is bad in competitive play later, but these sleeves are nice as well for shuffling. Like I explained in the video, these sleeves are easiest to shuffle. Also easier to cheat with, but they're easiest to shuffle, so that's why I really like them for sneak previews, because then your deck is like totally new. So if you just like shuffling new decks, really annoying because usually the sleeves are slippery. Ultra Pro doesn't have that problem that much compared to others. Yeah, so let's next go up for the decks accessories I use. Yeah, first of all, I either double sleeve or single sleeve, and I'll show you guys what I use. That's a single sleeve, double sleeve deck, and here's a double sleeve deck. Okay. Well, let's put these away as old sleeves. Yep. Basically, I use. It really depends on but it really depends on what I'm going to use the deck for. I used my Yugioh for the Team League Continental, so it's for competitive play. What I used were the Kmc red sleeves. Again, guys can show you the package. I'll have these reds and some black ones. The black ones have the problem of getting markings on them earlier, like, well, not markings on them earlier, I mean you can see the markings better on the black ones, so that's why I use the red ones. Because basically if you mark something, it becomes a bit of, not really white, but a lighter color. So you can see it better on the black ones compared to the red ones. It's harder to see on the red ones. So I recommend getting the red ones instead of the black ones. But I get them both because I don't really like having all decks in the same color, but I think the red ones are a bit better. These are also the matte ones. You also have the, what's it called? they shine a bit, but you also have those, like the normal ones, but I recommend getting the matte ones because those are better to shuffle and they also get a bit less sticky, so they don't really stick that much. Yeah. But these are the sleeves I usually use for competitive use. So if I want to use a deck for big tournaments, I usually use these, especially vicious tournaments, because then you want sleeves that are pretty much durable, so they don't damage that easily. Also, they don't get sticky that easily, because if you get sticky sleeves and all your triggers are stacked together, you can't easily restack them, so that's going to be annoying. That's why I use KMC. Reason I don't use Ultra Pro is because of this reason. Basically, I explained in the cheating video that you can easily mark Ultra Pro sleeves by having markings on the sides. But that's not the only problem, they also easily bend. So sometimes you will have people with all bended sides on Ultra Pro sleeves. That's why I don't recommend getting Ultra Pros for competitive use. If you're using the deck for casual use, however, they're really good. Like they're easiest to shuffle, so yeah, they're really nice. But also one problem they have is they are see-through on the back, besides the black ones, because the black ones are black, so you can't really see through the back of the card, of the sleeve. But you can see through the orange one. So that's why if you are going to buy Ultra Pro sleeves, buy the black ones. But I don't recommend using them for competitive use. I recommend either getting KMC or maybe Player's Choice, but I've never really used Player's Choice before, so I recommend using KMC. They're a bit more expensive than the Ultra Pros, but they're totally worth it. I would totally get them. So yeah, next to more about the sleeves themselves, like I use either double sleeved sleeves with pictures. These are the Mini Sleeves from Vanguard, and these are just the KMC red, without the picture. Yeah, so whenever I use pictured sleeves, I recommend double sleeving them, because if you don't double sleeve them, they will damage easily. Also, Vanguard sleeves usually have, like on the borders, they usually damage every time you shuffle, because I've seen people with the white sides after shuffling because of the wear. It's really not nothing to do about, or like white or these bended sides, and then having there a bit of paint going off, which is really annoying. So I recommend double sleeving, and for double sleeving you can really use these are the Bushiroad ones. These are used. I immediately quit using them because they damage easier than the KMC ones, and I also have the KMC ones new here. Here, these are the Kmc Minis oversleeves, or Kmc character sleeves, so as they are called, and they usually have like these things on the side, like just the pattern. They're durable, they're hard, so that means that they are not easily damaged. However, if you suffer too hard, you can easily damage the sides a bit. But the Bushiroad ones have the exact same problem, so yeah. Also, these don't get as sticky as easily as the Bushiroad ones. I've used the Bushiroad ones extensively, and they were sticky as hell. So yeah, recommend using these, and I've used this deck for ages. I mean, this deck's like more than a year old probably, and I've only sleeved it with these sleeves once, so that's okay. I've switched out several because of the wear. Like sometimes the sides get damaged, like I already said, but that's pretty much it. So these sleeves are very good. Also, for the sleeves you can use in the inner side. Usually you need mini sleeves for Vanguard. You can use the bigger ones, but then you have a bit of space, and then everything falls like they move around in the sleeve, and I don't feel comfortable with that because it also can damage the cards. Yeah, and oversleeving also gives one of the best protections, because you double sleeve, so basically it's hard to get for fluid to get in. Also, it's also hard for dirt to get in and to damage the card and the sleeve, so it double protects everything, like and the sleeve and the card. So yeah, that's pretty much for double sleeving. Yeah, I already said about Bushiroad sleeves, so I have like several examples of that. pretty much sleeves like this. These were used from Tsukuyomi, but when I changed my deck to the competitive sleeves, because I didn't want to damage these ones. Also, shuffling with these is a lot harder if you double sleeve. And yeah, just this Bermuda Triangle and the opal sleeves. So yeah, really nice sleeves to have for collection stakes, but don't recommend using them for competitive use. I mean, you want to keep the picture as, the sleeve as mint as possible, so you have to double sleeve, but shuffling double sleeve decks is really, it isn't as easy as having a single sleeved deck. And also you can have the bigger ones like ones for Way Schwartz. I don't recommend using it. If you really want, you can, but these are a bit bigger, so it will your card will move around in the sleeve, so that's really annoying. Yeah, if you don't want to damage your SP card, so that's why I don't use cards. Use stuff like these for my Vanguard cards. I might use them for if I ever play Way Schwartz. I have a trial deck, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's pretty much about the sleeves. There's also one thing I want to mention, is that I inner sleeve this deck, which means that I also sleeve the card and then put it into another sleeve, so it's technically double sleeved. The reason I do this is because some of the cards in here, let me fix this real quick. Some of the cards in Tsukuyomi deck are pretty expensive, like Silent Tom, my SPs, like Tsukuyomi SP, CEO SP. And you don't want to damage your expensive cards. That's why I double inner sleeve, and I use this with also Kmc inner sleeves. Like, I think this is Kmc Mini Perfect Fit or whatever, something. Yeah, it's like a green. It's like this green packaging. These are a bit smaller than the other ones I've shown. Yeah, here. These are a bit smaller, if you guys can see. And yeah, these fit in the inner sleeves. These don't. These also don't fit in these, so you can double clear sleeve them. You can use these in Bushiroad sleeves as well. I've used that with my Eradicated deck because my Peddler sleeves were very old. I didn't really care if they got damaged, that's why I didn't double sleeve them, but I used inner sleeves just to protect the cards in them. Also, if you single sleeve it with these ones, they don't get damaged that easily. So you can pretty much get you can just do it once and then you don't have to do it again. There are hundreds of these in the pack, so you can sleeve 2 decks with it. There are 100 of these as well, so you basically just need one or 2 packages just for trades. These have 60 and these have 50, I think. Yeah. So that's pretty much for the sleeves. Bushiroad sleeves themselves have 53, so you have 3 switch outs if ones get damaged. And Kmc only have 50 in their package. That is the really annoying thing about those sleeves, though. They needed to put in 60, I think, so you at least can switch out if one of the sleeves get damaged. Especially because I use them for competitive play, like I go to locals every week with Kmc sleeves, and yeah, if they get damaged, you have to buy a whole pack again just to switch out. It's really annoying. I usually order them from ME because that's cheaper than over here, because here they're like €8 a pack. But yeah, it's really annoying. Even though they're the sturdiest, I mean they don't show wear that easily. It's really annoying if they do get damaged because you have to buy a pack. So yeah. So basic recap: competitive use Kmc and use inner sleeves if you don't wanna damage your cards. Casual use Ultra Pro, or if you are a collector like me, sometimes use the character sleeves with character guard Kmc. Or Bushiroad protective. Bushiroad gets more sticky in the end and damage is easier than the Kmc ones. These are a bit better than, and use Kmc for competitive use. That's pretty much it. Lastly, I will be talking about deck boxes. Yeah, these you typically get these from like sites like ME or 199JP. I forgot its name, but those usually sell these deck boxes when they get released. I recommend getting them early, like at pre-order, because if you get them from eBay, they're going to be like 15 euros, $20 each. It's really expensive, while you can get it for 560 yen, which is the equivalent of like 5 euros. So you're basically paying double because you didn't get them early. And they're like single print, so they get printed once, like a whole stack, and then they go out of print instantly. So that's why you have to get them early. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck boxes. So getting them early is better than getting them later. Also, I have some of the Vanguard ones, like the Tsukiyomi deck box. The reason I don't like these that much is because they're a bit, I don't know, they're durable enough, but I don't know, it just feels a bit of meh compared to this. Like a deck box is a bit sturdier than this, of course. So yeah, I like these more, but these are okay as well. Especially if they give them out for at sneaks and like sometimes for promotions at deck boxes, I think. So yeah, like the Descendant deck box was given at the sneak. I also have one, but I don't really use it. Yeah, so that's for the deck boxes. And like always, you can also just use Ultra Pro ones, because those are cheap. Especially if you use the competitive, like these sleeves, you can put these easily in. But for decks with sleeves like this, you need to have a deck box like this, or else it won't fit. So yeah, you may try fitting this into, yeah, good game, right? So yeah, I recommend getting boxes for these for double sleeves, and if you really don't want to get stuff with deck boxes with this, you can just use Ultra Pro deck boxes. It's pretty nice as well. So I mean, they're sturdy and all, and they don't damage easily, especially since like the old ones have the tape thingy here, so you have to click it, and then it's so dull where I can show mine, like these. Like this thing damages easily, so you have to glue it on again, and then it doesn't stick. But the new ones don't have that, so they're just put in like that. So yeah. Anyway, this concludes the end of the video. Hope it was informative. If you guys like this kind of video, I might do some more about how to store your cards and stuff. Especially the cheap way, because I did the cheapskate way. Because buying the deck cases is pretty expensive. And yeah. Also, me and Sonia are going to do the 100 subscriber celebration video next week. It's going to be a live stream. You can post your questions there, and we're doing Q&A while playing Vanguard online on Skype. Might be showing my face. Sonny won't be showing his face. He will wait till 500 to 1,000 subscribers, and we might do a giveaway during the video, or at least the live stream. So yeah, see you guys at the next video.